Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I can give but think of us. Duck jab hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah. Crazy thing they with me. Run up on me.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And Pierce gets it again on second down. He takes this for 3 to the 29. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So first and 10 now from the 30. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
To throw again on second down. Mills. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, they take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game two. So I would agree with you totally on that.
Play action now. Mills. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On third down, here's Mills. And that would be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first three drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And on is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. .35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mills. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with the pick six.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and your team, right? I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. After the pick six a moment ago, here's Mills again. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
1st down, Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, it went to the challenge.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Fourth down, Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A 1st down throw for Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Texans. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Mills on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And here's Joseph Charlton now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mills. That's complete to Pierce. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here's Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are back within a score. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken from about the 12. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. On 1st down at Stafford. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mills. It's reeled in by Baldwin. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
He's got it to Collins, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. He's got room at the 30, down to the 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 57 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. extra point up and good by Sanders. We got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old-school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Throwing, Mills. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're not blasting. They're playing against him today.
They go play action. Mills. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
And Joseph Charlton on now to punt. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfections in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They run again with Hines. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and this Texans defense stands tall. Mills now. He hits Baldwin right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw is Mills. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. To throw, Mills. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. They run with Hines. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. So after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Gets the dump off to Pierce. He's got room past the 30. Now he's free to midfield. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. A first down throw for Mills. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded right around the 8. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's a throw on the line, complete to his running back right side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Hines. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Hines again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. Hines. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of his end zone, Mills. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Mills on 1st down. It's caught. Baldwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Mills to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll run for it with Pierce. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured a lot.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Johnson for the extra point try. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Texans 49, Dolphins 38.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose, and the Texans scoop it. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this a very, very short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but he's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.